Hey everyone, welcome. We're gonna carve our last teeth, which is the mandibular first molar. Okay, so this is a very special tooth with 5 cusps and 2 roots. So we'll dive straight in the dimensions now. The dimensions are the length of the crown is 7.5 mm, the length of the root is 14 mm, the mesiodistal width at the crown is 11 mm, and the labiolingual width at the crown is 10.5 mm. These are very important values, those are which is highlighted. So let's dive deep and get in with our carving. Here goes the markings. Length of the crown is 7.5 mm. Length of the root is 14 mm. Okay, this is our distal side. Let me just extend my markings. The mesiodistal width is 11 mm. And the buccolingual length is 10.5 mm. So I've prepared my block. This was my buccal side. Okay. I'll now start my carving. But before that, let me orient you with how you got to do this. So, when you look at this teeth has 5 cusps. This is first cusp, second cusp, third cusp, fourth cusp, and fifth cusp. So, in order to build this, I want you to make your occlusal aspect into 5 different pieces or into 5 different compartments, and mesiodistally hold it and divide it into 2 parts like this. And then on the lingual aspect you have only 2 cusps, whereas wherein the mesial cusp is longer than the distal cusp. So make your mesial cusp longer or larger than the distal cusp. And then we have 3 cusps on the buccal side, wherein the first one is the largest, which takes half of the place. The second one is smaller, while the third one is really small and takes just this much of the whole space. Okay, this is the distal cusp, is the number 5 here. So this, my friend, is the distal cusp. This is the distal cusp. Okay, so I'll come back to my carving now. Now what we need to do is, after having compartmentalized this, we need to do the same triangles which we did in our previous molar, which was the maxillary first molar, which is you draw a center for every cusp and then draw the triangle at that cusp. Draw one triangle here, and there are 3 triangles which will be coming here, one here, another here, and another is here. This is a very small triangle. The distal cusp has a very small triangle because this is coming sidewise. Okay, this is coming sidewise. Whereas the lingual aspect, the palatal side, has 2 nice triangles, both of them like this, and here is the cuspal ridges. This is the cuspal ridges. Now let me just do the same thing. I'm just gonna give a hut-like shape for my teeth so that I build the cuspal ridges. Here I go. My first one is done. I'm doing my second one now. And then when you're doing these 2 cusps, be very careful, because these are very delicate, very small cusps. This Okay, now having carved all the cusps, we'll do the same thing which we did for the maxillary molar, which was to give the lingual ridges, the ridges on the sides. So there are many ridges here. These are all the ridges. And we start with this, the biggest cusp. We give it a nice ridge. The next thing which we need to look at is the shape of the cusps here. This would be my line to which I need to build my, till which I need to do my cusps. So this is my biggest cusp. So we'll be very careful while doing it. There it goes, my biggest cusp. I'll also give a nice tilt here now itself. And then a very important aspect is these three cusps are in descending order with regard to height. So when you keenly zoom in and see, when I place my Lacron's carver, this cusp is the biggest cusp. This cusp, which is the mesiobuccal cusp, is bigger than the distobuccal cusp, and the distobuccal cusp is bigger than the distal cusp. So this descending order with regard to height is very, very important. You can see the descending order with regard to height. Okay, so we're done with our cusp. The cuspal ridges are done. I just need to clean it up a bit here and there. Okay, so now let me give it a nice cervical constriction. This cervical constriction is really nice. This cervical constriction is what we need, and this length is 9 mm. So it's a nice cervical constriction now. We're done with the crown. We are done with the crown. My root is supposed to be 14 mm. So let me take a 14 mm mark here. Okay, let me carve out the extras. First place, it's very crucial, you know that it has two roots and both of them are distally bent. Okay, so I'll now give this tooth the shape for its two roots. It's got a distal bend, so let me draw it like this distally itself. So for this shape to be built, what I need to do is let me draw a line here and continue it here and continue it here as well. Okay, so I'll just deepen this line now, deepen it further, deepen it a bit more, a bit more. Okay, so I'm done with my root and my crown, and the only thing that is left, which is the CEJ. So let me draw the CEJ here. From the root to the crown, root to the crown. Okay, so we've carved the entire teeth. Now we got to do something that's very important, which is drawing a groove on the buccal side. This groove is between the two cusps on the buccal side. This is very crucial. Like this. It needs to be a line like this. This line is what I'm referring to. The last step which we need to do, which is very important, is to take our cloth, our polishing cloth, and polish the entire tooth. Our tooth is ready.